Hello everyone, my name is Pilar Aleu. I'm Business Developer for Shecco, and I'm here today at Sifa in Paris with Philippe Boachon. He is the Sales Director for Area Cooling Solutions. So hi Philippe, thank you very much for your time and doing the interview. Can you tell us a bit more about the company and also the product that we have here next to us, which is displayed today?
Yeah, okay. So Area was established in 1986. First of all, basically we were a sales representative of compressor, well-known brand of compressor. So our main business was compressor, and little by little we developed ourselves into condensing unit. We find our place in 2011, starting making some inverter condensing unit for refrigeration application. And based on this strength and on this force, we developed a special team for electronics engineers that develop our own software and so on. And we jumped 3 years ago to CO2 because we have the chance to have access to the very good double-stage Panasonic compressor that allowed us to develop a very well advanced unit, and especially this one, which is our latest development, coming from our R&D located in Poland, where we are stating here a new iCool Max CO2, which is a unit specially to be placed inside indoor technical rooms. And why that? Because during our first years of sales, we find two main problems of CO2. The first one is ambient temperature, where with the warm heat wave that we got this summer, we find that we go up to 46 degrees ambient, that our units were okay on that temperature, but we know that it could go even higher in next years. And when you put a unit inside, you don't have this problem because you can control the ambient room. Maybe higher during the year, but it will be 35, 36 maximum. So we know that the unit is perfect for that. Yeah. And second part is that the charge of CO2 is very important. And if we want to avoid a discharge of CO2, you need to limit the charge. Placing a unit inside a technical room, you will reduce the length of piping, so the charge of CO2. And another advantage is that for the city, like in Paris, for example, it's very difficult to convince the city to put some units outside. Yes. Because just psychology, with your neighborhood, you will have some claims. Putting a unit inside, you don't have this problem. So we combine both solutions. Noise level problem and visual pollution problem. That is the idea of this unit.
And what will be, you talk about Paris, what will be the potential, how do you see the market evolving in France for CO2 in the next 2 to 5 years?
So today, if we are talking about HFC, we have about around 6,000 units installed all over Europe, with about now 3,000 per year installing.
Yes.
And what we are expecting from Area is to have a sales around 20% per year dedicated to CO2. And we see the potential because some well-known brands are really pushing this solution, and we are bringing interesting solutions which are different from what competitors are bringing.
Sounds great, yes. If we have to talk about a particular driver that you think is very, very important to boost the market, to move it forward, what will be that thing that has to happen?
So for us, the main focus must be on contractors, because I think that end users are convinced. Price is an issue, but if you are really convinced, you will go on that. But what it is very important is that the unit can be sustainable during years and be sure that it will running. Yep. And in Area, we focus particularly to train our contractors, but not only contractors for installation, but also contractors for maintenance, because the sustainability will be done during that maintenance. Yeah, that's why we create an academy this year in Area in Poland, where we already train some Polish and English customers, and we'll start in 2 weeks making one training in French for our French customers. Starting on that, because we really believe that it is the way to unblock the market, and really to think that CO2, okay, it's high pressure, because it's different, it's very high for Air Fortene or for other refrigerants, but we can manage it.
Great, thank you very much, Philippe.
Thank you, Pilar.